keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we
Good morning, everyone. It is that time of year where I start planning our Thanksgiving menu, and Kenya and I are going to go grocery shopping today as well. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we need to get all the odds and ends that we need to make all of our different recipes for our Thanksgiving menu. Something I have done to make this time of year a little bit easier was a couple of years ago. It was actually when we started vlogging. I went ahead and put together a binder of all the recipes that I use around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I keep everything together here. So that way I am not looking for it all over the kitchen or in my recipe cards. I did this, like I said, 2 years ago, and it was actually the Thanksgiving when we hosted our tribe of Minnie and Nana and Papa from the Papa's Kitchen. And this system really helped me keep organized for the day, and I have used it ever since. So I absolutely love it. Everything's all in one spot. So I'm gonna go through, select the recipes that we wanna use this year, and get our menu all planned out. This Thanksgiving, it is just the 4 of us, Kenya, Lincoln, Luke, and myself. However, the menu, I am gonna make quite a few things because we started a tradition last year at our new house, and that was actually Friendsgiving. So we're doing that again this year, and what it is the day after Thanksgiving, we invite all of our friends and family over to our house to bring their leftovers and have a great big leftover Thanksgiving feast. We're looking forward to doing that again this year. If you guys are interested in seeing any of the videos from when our tribe of Minnie came and spent Thanksgiving with us to our Thanksgiving last year and our first Friendsgiving last year, please go ahead and check out those links in the description box below.
Hey everybody, so we are about to go Thanksgiving grocery shopping, and earlier today my mom and I put together this list. It's color coded so we know what stuff to get where in the store, so it makes it a bit more efficient. I really am excited for this Thanksgiving. It's gonna be just the 4 of us, which is really nice actually. I'm not so much as excited for Thanksgiving. I'm more excited for what comes afterwards. This time of year I start to get really antsy because this is when Christmas comes, and I am the only one in my family who actually likes to celebrate Christmas early, which is kind of a bummer because I have to wait with the rest of my family. But you know what? Thanksgiving has its place, and I'm just glad that on Friday I get to start celebrating Christmas. So what I did here for the Thanksgiving list is we have a little key up here. We took highlighters and we highlighted everything according to what section it would be in. It's hard for me not to be organized. It drives me nuts sometimes when things aren't organized. So for orange, we put stuff we would get in the baking aisle. Pink is spices, like what we have down here. Some of it we already have, so we crossed it off. Produce is green, and meat is yellow, and blue is dairy. So we've got it nice and organized, and we'll be able to make our shopping trip for Thanksgiving more efficient.
All right, we have arrived at our first store where we're stopping at. I actually am stopping at Trader Joe's. We finally got one in the town where we live, and I have not had the chance to stop in. We had Trader Joe's when we lived in Illinois, and I absolutely loved it, especially around the holiday season. So that's what we're gonna hit up first, and then hopefully we can find everything and we are prepared for it to be craziness, because usually grocery shopping the week of Thanksgiving is just a little bit nuttier than the rest.
Hey, but I mean, once we get this done, we can go home, start making some stuff, right?
Yeah. So we're anxious just to get our ingredients and go home and cook. Trader Joe's.
It has been been a very long day of shopping. As you can see, it's dark outside now. Our list is pretty marked up. There's only 2 more things we have to get. We went to about 4 or 5 stores. We went to Trader Joe's, we went to Sprouts, Walmart, the Locker Plant, and Safeway. So 5 stores. And we're gonna go home now because it's getting late, and we're gonna unload and start making some stuff for Thanksgiving.
Kenya and I were able to get all the ingredients that we needed for our Thanksgiving feast, and now is the day that we actually do pre-Thanksgiving prep. Anywhere from 2 to 3 days before Thanksgiving, I like to go ahead and make my homemade chicken stock that I use in our stuffing that I make, and also I use it for the gravy. And then Kenya and I are going to go ahead and put together our turkey brine because it is actually the day before Thanksgiving. We need to get that made and get the turkey in the brine. So we are sitting here putting together those recipes. And we are also gonna make sure and make our pie crusts right now, let them sit in the fridge for a while, and get our pies made before tomorrow. So for my homemade turkey stock I use in my stuffing recipe along with the gravy, I go ahead and I have 2 rimmed baking sheets here. I have a turkey back, some turkey wings, and chicken wings. And the reason why I'm doing this is since we've started doing our own turkeys when we get them processed, they do not save the neck or the gizzards. So this helps me still be able to make a stock for all the recipes that I need. I've also quartered 2 onions. I've got carrots, garlic, celery, salt and pepper, and we're gonna just let these roast in an oven at 425 degrees for anywhere from 45 to 50 minutes. And then we're gonna have all that yummy goodness that it comes from roasting vegetables and chicken in the oven. And then we're gonna move it into our stock pot. While we have the chicken and vegetables roasting in the oven for our stock, Kenya and I are gonna actually throw together our turkey brine. I have brined our turkey ever since probably, I would say, for the past 18 years. It is a tradition that I started. My grandmother and my mom, they would roast the turkey, but they wouldn't brine it. I started brining it because I heard that it helps for the turkey to not be as dry, and it adds a lot more flavor. In years past, I've had a certain brine that I use on my oven roasted turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link for a lot of the Thanksgiving cooking videos that I've done, so you can see my original recipes that I have used in past years. However, this year we are doing something a little bit different. We have a 38-pound turkey that we raised on our own. And with it being bigger, we are going to smoke the turkey this year. We are still gonna brine it, but I am using a different recipe for the brine, and we used this last year when we had the whole cook-off between Luke and I. I roasted a turkey in the oven, Luke smoked a turkey. We'll put that video down below as well. But that is the brine that I'm gonna use this year, and I wanted to share that recipe with you. Because our turkey is so big, I'm actually doubling this recipe. You'll wanna start out with, for just the single recipe, you need 16 cups of just water, and I've already have that added in the stock pot. Other ingredients that you'll need is 1.5 cups kosher salt, 1/4 cup honey, 1/4 cup brown sugar, 2 oranges quartered, 2 to 4 sprigs of fresh thyme, 2 bay leaves, and the last ingredient you will need is 1 cup of bourbon. The first thing that we're gonna do is add the salt, brown sugar, honey, and bourbon to your stock pot and heat that until the honey, salt, and sugar are completely dissolved, and then we'll add in the rest of the ingredients. The salt, honey, and sugar are completely dissolved, you can go ahead and turn off the heat, and we're gonna add our sprigs of thyme, the quartered oranges, and bay leaves. Once you have all your ingredients added, at this point you're just gonna let it come to room temperature. We're gonna get the turkey ready to go in the brine. So you'll go ahead and get your bucket or container, whatever you're using to brine your turkey in, along with the bag. We're gonna add 2 large bags of ice, add the brine, and let the turkey set in there for 12 to 24 hours. The maximum you want to brine your turkey is 24 hours. After that, you want to take the turkey out, rinse it, and you're ready to cook in whatever way you prefer. Once you've let your brine come to room temperature, or if it's close to room temperature, I add ice. That way we get it completely cooled and chilled down, and it's time to pour it over the turkey. We've got our turkey in there. I've got most of the brine in there. I'm just adding the last bit. And once we do, we're just gonna let him sit in there from anywhere from 12 to 24 hours until you guys are ready to put him in the oven, and you've got your brine turkey. Now that we have our turkey in the brine, I'm just gonna finish up the stock or the broth that I'm gonna use tomorrow in our dressing and for our gravy. The turkey wings and turkey back and chicken wings that I put in the oven with the vegetables are all roasted. They're nice golden brown. We're gonna add them to my stock pot right here behind me, and I'm gonna add that to 16 cups of water is what I have in there. We're just gonna put everything in there with 2 teaspoons of peppercorn, 4 sprigs of thyme, and 3 bay leaves, and we're gonna bring that to a simmer and let that simmer probably for about an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, so this is the turkey and chicken pieces along with the vegetables that I roasted in the oven, and I'm just gonna start adding those to my stock pot. I'll also make sure and add is the juices and everything that we got from roasting the vegetables. We'll add those in there. This is what really makes your broth. It gives it lots of flavor. All we have left to do is to make our pie crust for our pies, and we'll be doing that a little bit later today. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along on our pre-Thanksgiving prep journey with us, and make sure to check out all of our other Thanksgiving videos down below that we've released over the years. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.